very night, the 8th of September, 17 years ago. Now, next on the agenda. This is a fella, was a camper and a counselor, played the outfield on the counselor team, was there from 1945 to 1957, was a waterfront counselor, noted for his bad jokes, but good poems. Co-editor at the time of the Kewanee Knocker, and here he is with a special poem for the occasion, Poet Laureate of Kamp Kewanee, Steve Moses.
At this camp reunion season, with little rhyme and even less reason, let some memories set sail, let's traverse the Lackawanna Trail. Kamp Kewanee, we all are you. We have lots of you inside. Kamp Kewanee, this much is true, we remember as I'm writing. Kikiwa, Kikiwi, a nostalgic bunch are we, so let's think back to Kewanee, the camp we love so well. Let's reminisce and do like this of Kewanee. Given choices, we just assume be in Fleaville or La Plume. A tray of beers, 10 cents each, 29 steaks and 1 UC. Yeah. Yes. Chief Kewanee, revered Indian, Awatana Siam. King Neptune always arrived by boat, requiring rock and toilet paper to float. Canoe trips leave from Johnson City in a panic. How the hell will we get to Tunkhannock? And to make it more confusing, we changed campers at Wyalusing. We remember overnight hikes, campfire stories and the lights. We remember echoed taps. We remember 1,000 craps. My amateur hour thoughts begin with Linda by the Levy Twins. My amateur hour thoughts end with the best part, when it ends. Teams and leagues and color war and points and runs and keeping score, competitiveness in every direction. In red and black, you could even lose inspection. I remember fly balls dropped by Jimmy A, but who the hell am I to say? Saturday services religiously trained you. We all could sing En Kelohinu. Will you ever forget Frank Twing, pardon me ladies, but as he declared his right to wash his thing. And Skinny Ennis, I didn't know he'd be here, with Aftertap's kindness, threatened to kill us to prevent teenage blindness. I remember the Teal Society. I know it involves some impropriety. And Alan Levinson's sore muscle ligament, which he rubbed into a place too intimate. I have a question for you all the cockers. Without any girls, how do we have knockers? KTG and marionettes, these were about as good as it gets. The year flies by, yet these are the things we'll never forget. Dahlbeer, Sechrist, Bunnell, Maurer, Eshelman, Pelton, I could go on for an hour. Alice, Nurse, and Mrs. A, Skullcaps, Triangle, and Diamond K, Leon, Earl, Reuben, and Don, oh how the time marches on. So, when the moon shines through those lonely pines, I'll remember these thoughts, if not these lines. I'll end as I began this poem's through. Kamp Kewanee, we all are you.
I am sure, with permission from the author, that we can put that poem on our website. Yes. Yeah. Now, during Saturday mornings, the services, we'd sit, and our eyes would wander, wondering, you know, what we could think about, and we'd look up at the honor plaques. And Mayor Abramson's name was there for times. And if you were like I was, I would sit there and think, how does anybody get on the honor plaque 4 times? Handsome as ever. He's traveled the world. He was a judge at the Miss America contest back in 1962, a skill he obviously learned at Kamp Kewanee. When the sisters came to visit the campers. He's been the international president of the International Brotherhood of Magicians, a man known in Hollywood, Broadway, and London, a lifetime career in the theater, and it all started with the La Scala marionettes and on the stage in the lodge along the shores of Lake Manatee. Here he is, Mayor Abramson.
Thank you, Doc. Nice to see all you young people here. I had got a call from Abe Samuels. I wasn't home at the time, saying, would you please speak at the reunion? And I said to my wife, I guess I will. And I prepared a good 20 minutes. About 15 minutes ago, Doc said, don't forget, only 3 to 5 minutes. And so I'm going to cut out all the funny stuff. I don't think I could follow the last act anyway. And talk about Kamp Kewanee. I am the oldest Kewaneean here. I started in 1925, which is 76 years ago. I was 7 years old at the time. I'm not the oldest camper here. John Samter is that. He's 6 months older than I am, but he didn't start till 1926. I can't prove this, but I'm pretty sure he was, and for all I know still may be, the best all-around athlete that Kewanee ever had. When I came in 1925, there was one tent line going, that straight line behind the back of the baseball field, behind the catcher, I'll put it that way. There were no second row that way, and there were no row along the tennis courts either. There was 1000, there was no 1100, there was no 1200, and parents were not allowed to visit during the first 2 weeks. Then they would come up and immediately want to take their children home for living under such barbaric conditions. But the kids seemed to love it. And one of the reasons I think the feeling for Kewanee is so strong is there's so many people who were there for such a long time. I was there from 1925 to 1934. I've talked to somebody here who was there for 12 years. That means there's an overlap. And I think that overlap, in a sense, created a tradition. I don't remember some of the others, but at any rate, for me, that's where it started. I still, at what I guess I'll call my age, play tennis 3 or 4 mornings a week, and I attribute that also to what I learned at Kamp Kewanee. As to what Doc said about the Honor Club, there is really no rational explanation for that. All I can say is, if you know the right people, and I like that at Kamp Kewanee too. At any rate, I know I've gone more than 3 to 5, but I'm going to stop and just say it is a wonderful, wonderful thing to do this and to be here. Thank you.